How to register for classes, our student version, and let me go through the steps. At coastalbend.edu, up at the very top right, you will see the Cougar Den. At this particular point, we're going to log in, and I'm going to log in with a student account, a test student. And that will put me into the Cougar Den. And immediately in the student portal on the right side, we're going to find student self-service, which takes me into student self-service. We're going to go into student planning. And about right here toward the right, you'll see go to and plan a schedule. And we'll sign up for a couple of classes. Obviously, sign up for whatever you need to sign up for, or what your advisor recommends or advises you to sign up for. So what we're going to do now is over on the top right, I'm going to search for a class, and I'm going to search for BIOL 1322, just as an example. I'm going to do it in this format right off the bat. And then what happens is we'll get the biologies 1322 listed and the course description and so forth. We can use the filtering system over on the left side and indicate biology. Let's indicate, for example, in this particular example, let's just do BVEL. And of course, spring 2020, or whatever the term is. In this case, it's spring 2020. And let's see, maybe we want to go with Monday and Wednesday, and we can filter it down to that. And I'll view the available sections. And we come back with a Monday, Wednesday, 8 to 9:20 in BVEL, and the room number and such with the instructor name there. And I say it's nutrition and diet therapy. I'm going to add the section to the schedule, and you get a section detail. Of course, it talks about your TSI requirements and such that must be completed in this particular case, your reading and writing and so forth. Again, this is just a test student, so I am going to bypass it. Bookstore information is available also at this particular link. Let's go ahead and add the section. Over on the top right, you're going to notice that it has been planned. The course has been planned. You haven't registered for it yet, but it is in the planning phase at this particular moment. Instead of going this route to get my next class, I'm going to go to academics and go to the course catalog, and let's look this time. Maybe I want more of a visual look. I'm going to go to history, and there's history right there, and it brings up 1301, 1302, and what have you. And we'll scroll down to the spring of 2020 in this case. Let's do Alice. And I can filter it down a little bit more, down to even the instructor. But we'll go ahead and leave it at this point. And maybe I'm looking for history 1302. So I'll view available sections. Again, making sure it's spring 2020. And we have a couple here with two instructors here. And let's just pick, for example, this one happens to be a two-way video, as does this one. So we'll go ahead and just take one and add it. Once again, you get some TSI requirements messaging, a link to the bookstore if you so desire. And we can do that right here if you'd like. Opens in a new tab, and it takes you to the bookstore website. Go ahead and add section. Once again, this class has been planned up on the top right, and you've not registered for it yet. It has been planned. And we can go ahead and try a new one. You saw the two methods where you can search right here in the search box, or we can go back to course catalog, whatever the case might be. Now what we're going to do is go to student planning, plan and schedule. Let's move forward to the spring of 2020, and you can see that I have a schedule somewhat mapped out, nice and pretty. It does show you a visual of a Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday. But if you notice, it is only planned. So what we can do is we can register and commit to those classes, or we can go over on the right side and do it all at one time and register now. So we'll go ahead and do that. And now all of a sudden we have registered but not started. And of course you have the drop button here. You have meeting information. And you can even go to view other sections if you so desire. Or once again, as I mentioned, you could drop. So let's suppose this is what I want. We'll leave it at this particular point. And that was a quick overview of going into the Cougar Den, then entering the student self-service and adding, in this particular case, 2 classes. And of course, make sure and visit your advisor or your faculty member to make sure of your requirements and prerequisites and the full-time status and a lot of things that would affect financial aid and things like that. We want to make sure you do get proper advising. But from a student perspective, this is how it's done. I hope this helps. Thank you all very much, and have a great semester.